I put people in two brackets. One is the people who started working after COVID or during COVID, and one is the people who were working before COVID. Because before COVID, the life was very
dump the email list and start preparing our sequences, and from there we expect that we're going to get some leads. So leads in terms of the conversion, and in terms of culture, I feel that is a very good thing I learned, because we really just crossed the border. Life is totally different, because you have been in
yeah.
Dubai, I was also
How
there.
do you manage the workload if you are moving so many places?
I'm fine. I don't have a problem if he's working from anywhere, because I'm also working remotely for people. So if
Yep.
I'm delivering the quality, so anyone can deliver them the quality to me. They help me bringing money. So definitely, I consider not in just resource, but I consider them kind of my family, because they are the ones who are helping me to pay my example. If you want to explore the world, you need to travel, and for travel,
Yep.
you need to scale, and for scaling, you need money, and for money,
Yeah.
you need a skill, and to
Yeah.
guide in that skill, I have Inner Circle Nomads for.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम जुल्करनैन, कैसे हैं आप? खैरियत से हैं?
वालेकुम सलाम brother. Alhamdulillah.
कैसे चल रहा है आजकल? आप किस किस कंट्री में, किस सिटी में?
मैं right now इस वक्त I'm in Portugal.
माशाल्लाह
Alhamdulillah.
माशाल्लाह, नाइस नाइस
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. So like living a nomad life, तो बस यही चल रहा है.
नाइस नाइस। अच्छा जुल्करनैन भाई, अपने फॉर द ऑडियंस, कैन यू प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ?
ठीक है. Okay, so I started myself as a copywriter. I was connected with in starting of my days with extreme commerce. I was a bootcamp student. Then I got into copywriting, and based on that, I started with focusing more on the Amazon listings. उसके बाद फिर I saw that okay, it's बहुत niche specific हो गया. Now let's level up the game. So I started working on funnels, systems, and other copy, especially emails, because like everyone reads the email, and so just to burnish my knowledge, uh, I joined. There's a community called Nothing Held Back. I was a paid member, and based on that, again I got to know that there is a very good potential for community and growth, all that stuff. So then I started my own community, Inner Circle Nomads, and where I'm helping people to how they can scale and then ultimately live a nomad life. So alhamdulillah, बहुत सी चीजें हैं जो है वो कर रहे होते हैं उसमें. So now it's copywriting, funnel systems, leads, travel, AI, so multiple steps. So in short, right now I call myself a full stack marketer. So, and
ऑसम ऑसम।
the objective is ultimate to just bring conversion up. It could be landing page, it could be Amazon listing copy, it could be anything, because the main objective is कि हमें conversion लानी चाहिए. We must focus on conversion. So I focus more on that, because and think more strategically okay, how we can work on things and connect the dots, and then just bring the best.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. And it's a very nice thing about the copywriting as well, because I started as a copywriter back in 2013, and then I moved into,
Zabardast.
social media, and then, advertising, and then, finally onto Amazon advertising. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Can you tell me, like, how was the journey being from a boot camp student and, starting from the first listing that you did, and then, now you are, mashallah, running such a, successful community, as well as, your own work as well.
Okay, so before that, I was teaching in universities. I used to teach in Zabist, IOBM. I did my AMPhil. So I was like in the 9 to 5 loop, and like everyone, wanted to scale the metrics. And then I got to know about extreme commerce. I was like in the free, video boot camp, that free VBC they had. But then later on, I thought let's invest in something. That was my first investment, self investment. I got into boot camp group. I gained a lot of things like connections, you can say. I work on more on my other things, and from there I got to know that self investment is the best investment, and your real connections are real worth. And उसके बाद later on different चीजों में diving किया. And लेकिन जो starting है, जो inception है, जो एक पूरा जो कहते हैं कि जो एक मेरा before and after वाला phase है, तो उसमें the starting platform was stream commerce. So I feel कि at one point you need you can say a mentor, expert, could be anything, क्योंकि जो लोग आपसे ज़्यादा बेहतर करते हैं, so at least you need to connect with them and see. So alhamdulillah, like अभी whatever I'm doing, so there is I feel that a significant role. जो भी मैंने गोरों से सीखा है, whatever I learned from them, I was into different communities, NHP में, like I've learned a lot from Alan right now. Joe, I consider Alan, my real mentor right now, because and I've learned my, funnels, leads, emails, copy, all that stuff related to, full stack marketing. So अब वो सारी चीजों से बात, like it, I feel that people at times think that it just takes 2-3 months, but I guess over the past 5 years, right? So whatever I'm today, it took almost 5 years, right? So it takes time and
Yeah.
patience, consistency, all these things matter. And there are, like, I feel that after trying different things, because we need to just update ourselves, we should not stick to just one specific thing. So now, like, things are like pretty much, I feel that good. And now whatever the mistakes, the blunders I had in past, I got to learn a lot from all that. And now I feel that whatever I'm doing is, at least I feel better, because that's why I've changed my location. And you know that to earn in dollars and to spend in rupees, it's easy, but to earn in dollars and to spend in euro and dollars, it's difficult, because we need to pay taxes
Yeah.
and all that. So people at times think that we are making stories and living a lavish life, but on the back end, yes, we, in Pakistan or in all over the world, we sail through our lifestyle that gets, we get viral based on all these trends. But again, we have to maintain that lifestyle, and that requires money. And so
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And connecting to your point, I think one of the reasons you are where you are, or you are successful as you are, is because I have felt it throughout the people that I have talked to. Uh, I put people in two brackets. One is the people who started working after COVID or during COVID, and one is the people who were working before COVID. Because before COVID, the life was very much physical, because you had to go to an office and stuff like that. And I personally feel it's going to be a little bit biased, but I personally feel the people who have a sense of 9 to 5, or of people who have worked in a schedule, are very much a little bit better at time management and stuff like that, whereas the people who started working after COVID, or people who started working just as a they went right into
Yeah.
freelancing and then started working, they have there is a
I'll have a word on this, because, like I said that before, I was in that 9 to 5 metrics. But yes,
yeah,
I've learned a lot. I was in the corporate, sector. I was in banking. I was in, like, financial sector, and from there we learned the corporate politics, and how we have to
yeah,
maintain everything. And so we learned the SOPs, we learned the systems, we learned the HR. So I feel that if a person has these experiences, and then they dive into e-commerce and work like a kind of a corporate setup, and then whatever they build, they will gonna be that's gonna be something good. Because I've seen that people in 18 or 19, it's not bad that you're opening agencies, but that agency is gonna be just on the Facebook. They will not
yeah,
have systems. So I feel that the person, like, anyone, like any guy you see that, and if he has got strong education standards, whatever, and he has a good experience in corporate sector, you will find him good in running and managing the system. So I feel
yeah.
that, yeah, 9 to 5 in the sense means that I was, like, stuck in that loop. But now
Yeah, I
whatever I'm
understand that,
doing,
group. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that really helped me.
Yeah, because
Yes.
what I'm trying to, because I'm coming to this point, because a lot of freelancers that I know, because that's a common problem with the freelancers, that they are not able to manage the time. And then you ask them the breakdown of their work day, and then they are like, okay, hours, I woke up and then I wanted to get my beard trimmed, and then it took like 3 hours, and I was like, what kind of beard do you have?
Yeah. I feel that it is the problem. I heavily feel that, and I talked about it ample times, that, see, focus on education, focus on ethics, focus on systems, learn something, and do some internships and all that. I've, like, met a lot of people. They starting, they say that we want to make $1,000, $10,000. They don't have any systems. They have nothing.
Yep.
They're just like, just came out of the egg, and that's it. So I feel that it takes time. So God also created this world in 6 days and 7 nights, so we need
Yep.
patience in everything. So that's what I
Yep.
feel, and that's what's lacking nowadays. So yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, like, when you started, obviously you started working with in the boot camp, and then that must be where you got your first initial clients from. But what's the most effective lead generation strategies or things that you have found, especially in 2024 and 2023? Because post COVID, the world has changed again, because there was world during COVID where you could find work anywhere. Like you open your Twitter and you would get a one or two DMs. People asking you about
Got it.
Amazon and stuff. But
Okay,
now it's
so let's say in terms of lead generation as of 2024, things are like bit subjective. Like for example, we have some tools, LinkedIn, Apollo, Losha, and all these tools, and every tool has their pros and cons, and we
yep,
can use them and see that. Why I like LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is like a very organized platform.
yeah,
The audience is very organized. They know that whatever we're going to post or reply, it has something related to work. It's not like Facebook or
yep,
Insta where people are, the audience is mixed. Yes, the followers like are less there, but I feel that if we, as per Alex Hormozy, if you focus on one platform, one skill, you're going to make 6 figures. And if you want to repeat the process, then you're going to make 7 figures. So let's say we just focus on one platform and one lead generation tool, and we use LinkedIn Sales Navigator. We can get some good results because it has, the paid tool has some specific filters. Let's say, are we targeting owners, agent,
yeah,
HR, like, so based on that, once you filter out, we can get some details. So LinkedIn Sales Navigator is one of the method. Then there are some like tools to scrap leads, and we also use Fiverr, and we use some guys to scrape leads. And once we have the leads, in terms of the emails, we just use some systems like for reaching out. So in terms of like cold, lead system, and for that we have Instantly, we have Lemlist, we have Smart Lead. We just dump the email list and start preparing our sequences, and from there we expect that we're gonna get some leads. So leads in terms of the conversion, and then we have, let's say if you want to do something on Facebook, then run any offer, run any webinar, run any template, and based on that, just start promoting your offer.
yep,
And once you'll be running ads on it, people liking it, and tell something, give them something for free, as it could be a template, it could be a
yeah,
lead magnet, it could be anything, or it could be a free group also. Once they are in the
yep,
system, then you'll be having their lead, their emails, and then you can target them, because they know at some, they know you at some point. So
yep,
I've seen that if you run offers on your whatever skill you have, and then you start build a small kind of a landing page, and you connect everything, and then you just run ads on it. So I believe that you can get some good leads. So what I feel that it's like, it's not just one thing. We have to use multiple things: LinkedIn Sales Navigator, Facebook ads, and also we have a good offer. And then if we have some emails, then why not to target them via some cold emailing system? For this we have Lamlist and Smart Lead and Instantly tools. They are good to go, and everybody is using. I am also using that for targeting my leads.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So I'm gonna switch gear into a totally different direction, just to refresh the mind and stuff like that. So tell me, in your journey of moving the countries, what was the major factor and how are you coping up with it? Because if you go, like, what I have found out is, like, I found out after I moved to Dubai, is that there's something called a society, and then there is something called a culture. And as soon as you move it, because if you're moving from Islamabad to Karachi or somewhere else, the culture is basically the same, everything is the same. But once you move the country and stuff like that, the culture is totally different. They don't have spices in their food and stuff like that. So how was that experience for you, and how are you coping up with it
Okay,
right now?
so in terms of like, I'll talk about different things. Starting from food, because we Pakistani are obsessed about food, right? So we always,
Yeah,
especially if someone is from Punjab, or specifically from Lahore, so they are very like
yeah,
specific about all these things. So we have, I guess, we Pakistanis or Indians have a different taste buds. We are not satisfied with
yeah,
something
yeah,
ordinary. So when I got a chance to travel different countries, so there was some like I didn't like much food because I was more into spices, kind of like a biryani and all these things.
yeah.
And I can just say that Malaysia, or Thailand, or Azerbaijan, and the food really sucks. Like I don't like it. It's different. It's not that
I
spicy.
understand. Yeah,
Exactly. But when I went to Turkey, so the food was like good, especially the beef, the kebabs they have. It has a good taste, but still it's not that spicy. So in terms of like food, I believe that you have to compromise. You really miss the country, that okay, I'm not having that taste, and then it's what I did, that I'm like now learning to prepare all these things. I'm just calling my mom that I
Yeah.
have to make, biryani. So I'm trying all these
Yeah.
things to make a simple food at my like apartment, and because at the end, like we just miss food. But on the other side, like the food which is like available in other countries, it's very healthy. It is like more,
Yeah. Yeah.
protein based and all that, so they don't use much oil. So if you eat, and if you're working, because whatever we are like doing normally, like 8 to 9 hours we are sitting on like our chair and
Yeah.
working with laptop, so we don't do really a lot of workout. So we need a good workout also, and then we also need
Yeah.
a good diet, right? So I feel that if we, because man is like, it's full of a kind of a machine, right? So what we eat,
Yep.
what we consume, we just give that outcome. So like we are handling different stuff, handling pressures. So based on that, if we have a good diet, if you're doing workout. So what I'm like, I didn't work out before, but once like diving into like gym and all these things, so I feel that I felt like myself more fresh. I got a more positive
Yeah.
energy, because I didn't like, I remember that I was like feeling struggle in walking, but now I'm doing like 45 minutes cycling and group
Awesome.
exercise. I'm like yeah. So again, and it takes little time, like 10 to 15 days just to warm up your body. But once you like get into it, then now I'm like more very I'm not having sugar for the past, I guess, 1.5 years. I didn't have Coke and all that for the past 1.5 to 2 years. Again, I like that, but still, I feel that okay, it's when we gonna reach our 40s or 45, then the sugar we had in our 20s or 30s, that's
Yeah.
gonna just So that's why I'm like more into the fitness stuff. I'm just seeing that okay, what's my protein intake for the whole day, or like how much like fats I'm burning. So all these things really helps me. And then so in terms of like food, again there was some even and odds, and then I got
Yep.
a chance to focus more on the workout. And in terms of culture, I feel that is a very good thing I learned, because when we just cross the border, life is totally different, because you have been in
Yeah.
Dubai, I was also there. So it's like Dubai is a country where you're going to find everything up as per
Yeah.
the trend. So it's like you get a chance to mingle with a lot with other people, and okay, this is working, and where we are lacking, where as a country we are lacking, and you get a chance to talk to, and you learn their culture, you learn the ethics, you learn the everything. And then I feel that okay, at one point we all are connected, because once you have a coffee with someone, I hope it's not a date, just a coffee. So
Yeah. Yeah.
once you have a coffee, so you will understand that at one point everyone is same, and then we connect, and then we focus more on the learning part, more on the professional part. So I feel that life is good, because when we if a person is working from like remotely, so I feel that why he is sitting in Pakistan, he can move anywhere. So he should change
Yep.
his places from time to time, and see that okay, what's different in Baku, what's different in Dubai, what's different in Europe,
Yep.
what's different in like Malaysia. And then he will get to know the other cultures and all that. And overall I feel that it's by becoming the true digital nomad, because we all are nomads if we are moving from one place to other.
Yep.
So the whole world uh, you know uh, uh, gonna be connected with us, and we are not just have only one passport. We'll be like
Yeah.
speaking in other languages, so it's like more blending with people. And when I talk to others, I've never faced any kind of racism and all that. People are nice, because they know that the person is educated, he's managing agencies. At
Yeah.
times they get surprised that okay, how come from Pakistan you are doing all that? So we tell them,
Yeah.
see, we don't have the PayPal, we don't have this, but still we are like coping up with all the
Yeah.
challenges. So that's what I learned overall in my like nomad life.
So,
Yeah.
connecting to your question there, to your answer there, like, how do you manage the workload if you are, moving so many places? How would you manage the
Okay.
workload, and how would you manage
I have a
that funnel?
Okay, I have a team for that. Like I've hired some people from Philippines. I've hired some people from like 2 3 countries, and based on my own SOP, I try to wait the candidate. Once I'm fine, I don't have a problem if he's working from anywhere, because I'm also working remotely for people. So if
Yep.
I'm delivering the quality, so anyone can deliver them the quality to me. So after like waiting the candidates, I just assign the task, and we have some tools like, it's Asana, Clicker for the, assigning the task. And then I'm
Yeah,
handling, whenever I'm free, that, so I'm just trying to change the timings and having meetings with them, because they're at time different time slots. So
yeah,
that's how like I'm managing. It's not that 100% I'm doing the work. I'm more into the sales and closing the meetings, right?
yep,
And I
makes
feel
sense.
that as an owner, as a founder, you should try to close the meeting, because you are the face of the
Yep,
brand as a CEO founder.
yeah,
So once you focus on that, then other things, once you get the work, then you can just assign it. And with time, like initially I faced some challenges, but based on that, like I told you that I was into other communities, so I was thinking
yeah,
that, okay, how they are making money, how they are like working, and how
nice.
they are like managing all that. So all the resources, whatever I got, I started implementing on my side, and there then I got some positive changes.
Awesome. So, Zulkarnain, I have now a very personal question from you because it's a challenge that I have faced very recently, and that is, how do you ensure that the person that you are hiring is actually competent? Because that has happened to me like 4 times this month, so I need your help in this.
I feel, brother, it's again, it's difficult. We learn with time, because whatever, like at
Yeah,
one point, anyone you're gonna hire, they're gonna be sounding like though they're the best candidate, to be
yeah,
considered. But I feel that I once saw, read that my Amazon guy's founder post. He said that hire fast, fire faster, and promote fastest. So
yeah,
when you see that the guy is good, okay, hire them. And if they're not working, just remove them, because ultimately, you are getting affected. Your business is getting affected.
yeah,
They're not going to lose much thing, and you're going to lose the client. So I believe that we have to be little strict with all these things. And what I'm like doing that, I don't hire anyone at something like kind of a permanent hiring. I give them the task,
okay,
2 3 tasks, and they say them, okay, how he's performing in terms of like deliverability, in terms of ethics, in terms of like communication and all that. Let's say if he is, for example, not good at communication skills or not good at sales skills, so I'll be giving my courses or the courses I buy if I see the candidate has got potential. And once I feel that, okay, the guy has hunger, because I feel that the hard work is more important than talent, because talent is
yeah,
like luck. But if you are like hardworking guy, you're following the SOPs, following the instructions. So I feel that at one point you will be again be good with the system. So once I see that, okay, that the guy or the source is good in like 2 3 projects, then I give them the you can say the contract, and then I tell them, see, I don't want any kind of burden on you. I'm not going to check on you. I just need the work done with this deadline. You do it at
yeah,
night, morning, I don't have any problem. And again, sometimes people like say that or we see that they're working for someone and all that. So I don't really put any pressure. I just say that, hey, do not work for my competitors, because that's a conflict, right?
yeah, yeah,
But again, we cannot control that. So I try to make them free, because if you're going to hold someone, they will not like it. It's a human nature.
yeah,
So I try to play with them, kind of a reverse psychology, that, hey, do this. I don't have any
yeah,
problem. But again, they're going to get back. So in terms of like pay structure, in terms of, let's say, if they help me in closing a client, so I give them the good commission. It's not like that they're going to
awesome.
stay in a certain bracket. So I try to, because human also wants rewards, and human also wants the kind of a monetary benefits. So I
Yep,
try to take care of all that how I can make them happy in terms of affiliation, kind of affiliates, and the kind of like referrals and all that. And if they help me in bringing money, so definitely I consider not in just resource, but I consider them kind of my family, because they are the ones who are helping me to pay my bills. So that's
yeah,
that's
yeah,
kind of
makes, yeah.
mindset I'm working on that.
That's a really good approach. Yeah, that's a really
Hmm.
good one. So, Zulkarnain, can you tell me more about the inner circle nomads? You touched briefly on that, but can you go further deep dive
Okay,
into this?
so this community, like I was in Turkey, I guess 2 years back, and I came back. So at that time, I remember I didn't get the salary from client. At that time, I was getting from a client $1,500. So at
Okay,
some
awesome.
point, I was not, due to some reason, I just lost that job. So I was thinking that, okay, so how I'm gonna pay my bills? So what I can say, like to the to my connections, that I get consent, a kind of a consistent income. You can say MRR, like your
Yep.
monthly rate. So then I was into other communities. So I saw that people are like running the groups, the paid groups, and then from I got to know that people are running communities. So then I was working on that. Okay, how I can run a community, because I, for the past like 5+ years, I had my branding. So people, there was certain
Awesome.
class, they
Yeah.
know me. So I was thinking, if what if I sell them anything? I don't need to market. Then
Yep.
I was assessing myself that, okay, what are the areas in which I'm good at, or how I got
Mm.
the success. So there were some areas like when I changed my location. So I know that, okay, I know the nomad stuff, and I know the sales part. I had the communication skills. I like, I know how to close the clients. I had
Yep.
the copy experience. So based on all that, I developed, I created a community for anyone. It could be a remote worker, an agency owner, or any guy who wants to just level up the game. For example, uh, they need help in sales, they need help in lead generation, they need help in, if they want to move to some other country, or they just want someone. For example, we don't have any system for agency owners or remote workers whom they're going to call
Yep.
that,
Yep.
hey, I need this
That is
help.
good.
Right. So
Yeah.
I was there like kind of a one-stop solution for helping them.
Awesome.
And again, I
Yeah.
had to give my time to them. So I was bartering
Yeah.
them with the money. So what I did that based on the Pakistan economy, I know that not everyone can pay, because in NHP I was paying $500 a month. But I know that my
Yeah.
community or my people maybe cannot afford, this much. So
Yeah.
I
Makes
just
sense.
made that community, without any strings attached, $10 a month. That means that
Yeah.
I charge 100 rupees a day. That is
Yeah.
like,
Makes
if
sense.
someone can afford like, $10, so I feel that he's not that serious, because we are paying our bills, we are going for a haircut, we are doing, paying small money to
Yeah. Yeah.
everything, we are paying
Makes
for
a lot of
Netflix.
sense. Yeah.
So I guess
Yeah.
if he's really into self investment, so I feel that ten
It's
dollars is not
actually
much.
cheaper than Netflix right now. It's cheaper than
Exactly.
Netflix right now.
Exactly. So I guess for the past 1.5 year, I was running this community for $10. And even when I started, that was at that time it was beta. It was like in beta testing mode. I used to charge, charge $10 every 3 months. That is like
Oh.
very cheap. $10
Yeah.
every 3 months. Then I got into $10 a month, and now it's like, and I also used to charge an entry fee just to filter out my audience. But now it's like a flat $14 a month, again 130 rupees a day. If someone is like saying that, okay, I don't have a problem if I lose 130 rupees a day, then he just get into the club. Now again, there are
Yeah.
no guarantees you're gonna get by some fake gurus and all that. But I'm just here to help. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
if they want to explore the nomad life, I'll tell them, okay, based on your income, you should go there. If they want some lead generation, some courses, I'm gonna get them, because I buy $1,000 of courses, and I just split the cost with my community. So let's say if I buy
Yep.
$1,000 course, I'm gonna giving them at $10 to all those
Awesome.
100 people.
Yeah.
So it's like they are getting the one-stop solution, and I'm helping them in remote working. We have like all the kind of a good people here, so we are trying to helping them, filtering the audience. So I've seen that people, we have got really, really great stories. Some people like scale, and they, one of the guys is in Dubai, one of the guy is in like, Baku, one is in Malaysia, I'm in Portugal, another guy is in Portugal. So I've seen that we have really worked hard, and now I feel that we have a great connection. That is why I call them this inner circle nomads, because any freelancer who dives in, they're gonna scale first, and once they scale, they're gonna be the nomad. So I have a simple,
Yep.
funnel that, for example, if you want to explore the world, you need to travel, and for travel,
Yep.
you need to scale, and for scaling, you need money, and for money,
Yeah.
you need a skill, and to
Yeah.
guide in that skill, I have inner circle nomads for it. Simple.
Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
pretty good one. Yeah. So,
Yes.
Zulkarnain, the next question that I have for you is basically, how do you see AI merging into, both marketing, emails? Like right now, you see AI has been implemented across everywhere, I think. Yeah.
On the good side, AI has, pushed human to be best in the game. So let's say if I'm
Yep.
writing something, so I will try to think that I have to write something better than AI, because
Yeah.
nowadays people don't like unlock, unchain, navigate,
Yeah.
these kind of words, because they know that that is AI written. So I'm
Yeah.
focusing more on these things. So, but I feel that I've seen that a lot of like guys have made good money from AI by building
Yeah.
agencies, by creating content, by creating quick content. So in the era of AI, people have started making more money. So
Yeah.
I feel that one should be master in prompts engineering, because once you know the
Yeah.
prompts, you can build anything. So anyone who
Uh,
wants to do better with AI, they should study the prompts part, the prompts engineering, because you
yeah.
can write good copy, you can make a good landing page, you can make a good app, you can build the system if you understand. Because it's like, AI is like same like, for example, the better you talk to that bot, the
Yeah.
better answer gonna come.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if
Yeah.
if I just say that, give me the copy, doesn't know that what to give you. But if you say that,
Yeah.
hey, consider yourself kind of a marketing expert like Alex Hormozy, Dan
Yeah.
Kennedy, and now you have got just one copy
Yeah.
and one chance. I'm not gonna give you another chance. This is your best
Yeah.
shot. So just give
Yeah.
me something under 300 words, and do not use some words like this. So if you're prompted
Yeah.
detailed, then you will get the best answer. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I
Yeah,
feel.
that's right as well. Yeah. And how do you see, like, are you still in touch with Amazon listings and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Do
I'm
you still
I'm
do it?
I'm doing that. It's not, yes. I'm always like doing Amazon different kind of copy, because like my objective is to be a full stack marketer in everything. So if someone is coming to me that, hey, my listing, here's my listing's not doing well. So I'm gonna see
Yep.
the landing page, I'm gonna see the storefront. I'm not gonna see the PPC, that is technical part, but I am seeing the
Yeah.
front part. Okay, the pictures are good,
Yeah.
the EBC is good. So when I see that, okay, here's the thing, we can have some more conversion. So maybe we can do some social media posting, some kind of like that. So I'm doing that. But again, now the listing is like done totally different, because people are not
Yeah.
reading much copy, they're reading the more text. So visualistic,
Yeah.
it kind of it looks good. So
Yeah.
visuals are
That's
more
what I was
important, videos,
gonna ask
AI.
you. Yeah, that's what I was
Okay.
gonna ask you because now you have experience from all over the world as well. So how do you see the
Mm.
listing now? Because it has changed a lot because people consumer is different everywhere. So how do you embed that in your new listing that you create or the suggestions you give to the client?
Okay. So I feel that the SEO is very important, because keywords are very
Yeah.
important. They're gonna like that what's the main keyword or whatever the secondary keyword is. And once you have like keyword, but I avoid to have like a lot of keyword stuffing, just basic keyword.
Uh-huh.
And again, I feel the first bullet and the third bullet is still important, because people just read like 5 to 7 seconds, so they're not really read the full copy. And after that, you should have a good copy on the EBC side. EBC is
Nice.
very important. And again, now people are having using mid journey for images,
Yeah.
and also for the now video. So if you're using mid, so now I feel that if someone is coming you for the listing, you should not offer just a bullets. You should offer them a combo offer, that I'm gonna handling your images, your video with the AI, proper AI, and it's not AI brick. And then it's like it's gonna look good. So that's what I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, so
Yeah,
Zulkarnain, we have reached our, time for the today. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I really enjoyed it. I actually learned a lot from you. Thank you so much for the suggestions and, telling me how to,
yeah, no
handle
problem.
the clients stuff like that. So hopefully we can do another, iteration of this one again. So do you have any closing remarks for the audience?
Uh, yeah, no, I really enjoyed that, and the questions were like to the point, and I hope the answer were like satisfactory. And I hope that any questions that are gonna come forward in the late, at the later time, I'm happy to answer. Anyone can connect me at like Inner Circle Nomads. You can just Google, you're gonna find the landing page, Insta, Facebook. So you just see that, and you can connect me there.
Sure, sure, sure. Awesome. Thank you so much, Zulkarnain. Take care.
So yep, that's it.
Okay. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay, okay.